Farms was popping. So today, I'm not really done talking about advanced market structure, but I noticed that we're going to be merging a lot of things with the market structure, that is liquidity market structure, puts, fair value gaps, order block, and all. So I decided that let me first teach about these things individually first, then I will, towards the ending, wrap up everything up about how the strategy really works and how you can get an entry and how to pull out, you understand? So in this video, I'm going to be giving an introduction to order blocks, right? This video is going to be super short, no worries. Introduction to order blocks. What are order blocks? Order blocks are just institutional point of reference where the market makers or the big boys, whoever controls the market, where they place their orders or where they want to enter from. And I'll say that one more time. An order block is a point of interest, mostly an institutional point of reference where the market makers place their orders. You understand? That's where we call them the big boys, the ones that actually really move the markets, not we retailers, for instance. Now, the ones that move the market, where they put their orders. That's why you see price retest them respecting order blocks. I will give you an example of order blocks now, but there are areas that once the price gets to the level where the order blocks are, you see price respecting it and pulling away from it or bouncing away from it. You understand? So we have two types of order block. This one you have to jot yourself. You see the way my screen is playing, I didn't write anything because I want you to jot yourself, unless you have a very smart memory. All right, so we have two types of order block. We have a bearish order block on the bullish order block. Let me write this for. All right, we have the bearish order block and we have the bullish order block. We call this OB also, just to shorten it up. Right, this is a bearish order block and this is a bullish order block. So how do you identify an order block? An order block is in a bearish trend, for instance. Now, in a bearish trend, there are a lot of more red candles than green candles. So the last green candle before the last bullish candle. Now, the bullish candles are the green candles or blue. It depends on what color your chart is. And the bearish candle is the red candles. That means the bullish for buy and the bearish for sell. So in a bearish order block now, sorry, I want to explain this one. In a bearish order block now, you draw your order block from the last bullish candle before a bearish expansion. All right, so this is how your order block will be. You draw it like this. Then you can extend this way to the future and wait for price to rally back to it here, and you enter here and put your stop loss above the order block and wait for what price will do. That's for a bearish order block. And for a bullish order block now, it is the last bearish candle before a bullish rally or a bullish expansion. So that's where you draw your order block from. All right, so you will you immediately draw your order block. You wait for price to do its thing. Price should just in a bearish order block, price should just go play, then come inside of it, then you enter here, put your stop loss above here, and the market will just rally down. And in a bullish order block, you want to buy, price will just go, enter inside the other block, you enter and you put your stop loss slightly above the other block, not the same length of where the other block is. In case of slippage or spread or depending, you understand, and the market, you see the market respecting that point of interest and just goes up. All right, so let's go to the charts now. Let me show you what order block are. Let's identify order blocks first, you understand. Let me use the 1 hour time frame. So this is just an introduction to order blocks, right? So we identify the trend of the markets first. We don't just mark order blocks here and there, right? So this is, for instance, now, okay, let's see where this thing started from. this is a bearish trend, all right? The market is going downwards, all right? So now, remember I said the last, in a bearish trend now, is the last bullish candle before the bearish expansion. So let's use this for instance. This one here, see, this is an order block here. This is the last bullish candle before this bearish expansion. So put an order block there. And see what happened. Maybe we put our order block there. Order block is just that rectangular tool, all right? So just bring it out. You put your order block and see what happened. Market just played, came back inside the order block, and you'll have put your sell below, like you sell here and put your stop loss above the order block, not here, above the order block in case of slippage, all right? Then you see the market, all these pips will have been yours. This is introduction to order blocks, you understand? I know many of us are familiar with the concept. That's why I'm being picky like this, you understand? So let's look for another order block, all right? This is the last, last bullish candle before this bearish expansion. Oh, sorry. Extend it to the future, and you see, price did not come back to it per se. Price did not come back to it. You understand? Price didn't come back to it. So this order block was not mitigated. You understand? When I mean mitigated and unmitigated, mitigated means an order block that has already been tested, an order block that price has already come inside of, is no longer valid again. Since you've taken your trade from that order block, you just erase the other block. So when market comes back to it, you will not enter it again. Market will break past it because it has been mitigated already, it has been tested already. You understand? So now we've seen a market seem to, this was also another block, but I'll tell you other blocks that are high probability order blocks and just normal order blocks. This is also another block. Price did not seem to respect this order block, all right? Price did not seem to respect this order block. Price broke past it, but price took anybody that entered here. But if you put your stop loss way above this, you might still survive this, but the other block is not valid. Price broke past it, all right? So that's about order blocks. Now, let me show you a high probability order block now. Let's go back to our drawing. You see something now? Let's say see something. All right. This is your candle, all right, your order block, and this is a high probability order block I want to show to you guys. Now this is one of my biggest secrets, all right? This is the red candle, right? Then you see the other block before the expansion, right? The number one thing you should be looking for in an order block is that, number one, it should not be mitigated. Like, price must have not tested the order block before, even by a week. Like, a week is like that line in a candle. Price should not have tested the order block before. It should be free order block. That's number one thing about order block. Hope you're writing it down. And number two thing about the order block is that it should have an imbalance. I'll talk about imbalance. An imbalance is more of like fair value gap. It should have a space in between here, like this. Like, let me draw something there. There should be a clear imbalance here, like this. You understand? And this is your order block still. This is your order block still. This is your order block. But it should have an imbalance in between the candle. What is an imbalance, like I talked about? This is your first candle. This is your second, okay? This is your first candle. This is your second candle. And you have a third candle here in a bearish move. So once you have 1, 2, and 3 candles, the candle in the middle should have a space. That space, that's what you call your fair value gap one imbalance. You understand? Any other block that you are trying to mark, it should have that imbalance. You understand? This one also had that imbalance somewhere around here. You see, like, there should be no wick at all in that imbalance there. Like, no wick should be here, like, right? No wick should be here at all, like all those candle wicks that are always here. or there's no candle which should be covering the imbalance. The imbalance should be free. Let me give you an example. Let's look for that kind of order block here. All right, I've seen one. We know we said is the bullish, last bullish candle before a bearish expansion in a bullish order block, and in a bearish order block is the last bullish candle before the bearish expansion, and in a bullish order block the last bullish candle and bearish candle before a bullish expansion. So we've spotted one here, candle expansion, and see what happened. There was space in between here. That's the imbalance I'm talking about. So you mark your order block. Extend it a little bit to the future and see what happened. Once price came inside of it like this, it just rejected once. That's a high probability order block. Once price come inside of them, as long as there's an imbalance here that needs to be filled, once price has filled that imbalance and gets to the order block, price rejects immediately from them. I just gave you one of my secrets there for free. Like, seriously. It looks very complicated from the outside, but on the inside, that is one of the only things I trade. Like, seriously, order blocks with imbalance in between them. That's one of the only things I trade. Like, seriously. And once you've spotted that kind of order blocks in the market, it's hard to unspot them. Let me give you another example of that kind of order block. All right. So let's look. The market has to be trending first of all. The market has to be trending. Market has to be trending. Let's look for a good trending market. Then that same order block. All right. This was that same order block here. Bullish candle before the bearish expansion, but I'm not sure price came back to it. You understand? Sometimes price might not come back to it, but price does keep soaring. Price didn't come back to it per se. Price didn't come back to it. So, but that's the high probability order block I'm talking about. So we have the same here also for a bullish order block. But guess what? This was not a bullish trend. Assuming this was a bullish trend now, I'll mark this as an order block. So when price comes back inside of it, price can reject. Even though price rejected from it here though, but this is not a bullish trend. This is just a range in the market going sideways. You understand? So let's look for this was that order block still again, but price did not come back inside of it. The imbalance inside of it, the order block. Price always respects those kind of order blocks. You understand? So this was one also. I even marked this myself. This was the order block here. This is a bullish order block now. Last bearish candle before a bullish expansion. Mark the order. This was the imbalance I marked actually, but you mark your order block there and see what price did. Price came smoothly inside of it. All right. So let me even remove this guy. Let me remove all these lines and mark it properly. This is just introduction to order block. I will still talk about it again when I'm merging market structure, liquidity, and everything together. Once I merge it together with all the remaining 4 concepts, my goodness, you will look almost invincible in the market. You will just be taking profits anyhow. All right, so let's take this out. And this was the order block. You see, this was a bullish trend, so I can safely put my order block here because this is a bullish trend. I don't want to be putting my order blocks in a ranging market. It will take me out. You understand? So put that here. All right, last bearish candle before a bullish expansion in a bullish order block. So see what happened. Regardless the fact that market looks like that's broken structure, when market came inside the order block, what happened? It rejected. That's how easy it looks like. Let's look for one last example again and see what happened. This order block has an imbalance inside of here, so it's very valid. So see, you see order blocks like this. Now let me give you an example. Okay, this is also an order block also. This was a bearish trend, all right, so it's going down. So this was your imbalance, your last bullish candle before a bearish expansion. You see, once you see this thing, you hardly unsee it. Once your eye is already captured to the right type of order blocks, see what happened. Price came inside of it and rejected. Once your eye have clicked and see this kind of things, you hardly unsee them, and that becomes your edge in the market. You understand? So that's basically it. And see something, for instance, now we will have 10 years an order block It's also an order block, but guess what? It's not a high probability order block. Why? Because there is no imbalance in between this 1, 2, 3 candle. Let me zoom in a little bit. I think I lost it. I lost it actually. Oh, I lost it. But let me see, use another example. You see, this was the last bullish candle before this bearish expansion. But if you count 1, 2, 3 candles, there was no imbalance or space in between these candles. So it's not a high probability order block. Though price might still respect it, but it's not a high probability order block, you understand? A high probability order block is an order block like, let me zoom out so I'll see. Another block like something like this, for instance. Now that has, when you count your 1, 2, 3 candle, there's a space in between. The wicks are not, interclogging it. Then you can safely draw your order block from that candle there like that. You understand? Just draw it and see what happened. All right. I did not cover up the wick. So what happened? Price, it missed it by a few pips, but it still maybe because my broker or something like that, or spread or slippage, but it still respected it in one way or the other. You understand? Even if you look here closely also, I'm just giving examples. If you look here closely also, there was an order block here. See it? Last bearish candle before this bullish expansion, and see there was a space in between it here, between this 1, 2, 3 candles. There's a space in between. And once market came back inside, see the kind of move, see the kind of pips you'll be catching. You understand? So that's basically, this is introduction to order blocks now. You understand? That's just it. So in the next video, I'll be talking about fair value gaps and the rest. I want to talk about point of interest now. So when I start talking about, the whole VIX strategy, mention all of them together, it will be easy to understand. You understand? I don't just want to start talking about it once like that. So cheers and God bless.